evening, folks. Welcome back to the farm. Currently heating up the kettle. Gonna make a cup of tea. It's not the only thing I'm gonna heat up the kettle for, though. Also need to heat up a bottle because we got a baby in the house. Yes, we do. Come have a look. So we got this little baby here in the bathtub. This one was born yesterday at 1 o'clock in the morning. And it was a set of twins. Unfortunately, the other twin didn't make it. And this one's pretty lackluster too. So this come off of Annabelle. And hypothermic and hypoglycemic all at the same time. So just cold and hungry. And really, that's honestly, those are the two biggest causes of lamb mortality. And so very lackluster. So brought it into the bathtub hospital here. Just because, well, if they close the bathroom door, the bathroom's right above the furnace room, and so it actually gets quite warm in here without really much effort. I don't need a heat lamp. I don't need a space heater. I don't need anything. Like I can get it up to 36 degrees in this room pretty quick just by moving the thermostat up like 1 degree. Anyway, so basically in the ICU with this thing now, a hypothermic lamb that's also hypoglycemic. Your initial thought might be, I need to warm this thing up right away, and then once it's warm, then I need to get some food into its belly. But here's a guy that's learned that lesson a few times before. If it's hypoglycemic and hypothermic, what you actually want to do is give it basically a glucose and water injection into its abdomen, right down in here beside the navel. And let it absorb that sugar, get some energy into its system before you start heating it up. If you start heating it up and then you push food to it once it's warm, quite often they can just essentially go into convulsions and die, right? So it's a bit counterintuitive, honestly. Anyways, I'm just heating up the kettle in the kitchen there because I want to warm up. I went out and milked Mama there, got some colostrum off her. So I'm going to heat up a bottle, and I just immerse it in some hot water that I heat up with the kettle. I don't ever want to put colostrum in the microwave. Like, it's not like mixing up a bottle for, just like a human baby. The colostrum, all the good stuff that's in colostrum that helps build their antibodies, that helps build their immune system, you will kill that in a microwave, in a flash. So, hey there, baby, how you doing? Let's go get you a drink. Let's see if that, so close. I thought that would fit right in there. That was going to work perfect. Just pour some hot water in that big mason jar, but it doesn't quite look like it's big enough. Let's see what else they got around here. Maybe, just maybe. Like a glove. So the hope here is that baby's just going to suck, and we'll take this bottle, and then I'll go out before I go to bed tonight and milk off a little bit more colostrum. And then about 1 o'clock in the morning, I'll give it another 150 mils, 200 mils, something like that. Now, if for whatever reason, because it is just lackluster and weak, and if it has no suck reflex, if it doesn't want to, I will actually have to tube it. So Carmen is going to bring home some medical tubing, and so you just want to measure that basically from the tip of the nose to the navel. And that will get you right into the stomach. You don't want to have things, be too short and then end up basically flooding the esophagus and having them burp it back up, and then possibly even aspirate fluid and then back into the lungs. And of course, that's going to end really, really badly, right? So if you're looking to tube a lamb, come in on the left side of the corner of the mouth right here, and the esophagus is on the left side. So as you pass through, if they start coughing or spluttering, that's a really good indication that you're maybe in the wrong tube. So pull it out and try again before you start, get it all the way down there and drown one essentially. And in a situation like this, you probably, well, should I bring him inside? Should I take tomorrow off work? Should I? Yes, you should. Because if you don't, there's a very low chance of success at this point with hypothermia and hypoglycemia. It's not that they can't be brought back, but they're already 50% dead essentially, right? They're already halfway across the finish line, and so you pretty much need to throw everything you've got at them to bring them back, right? So if you're thinking, well, should I tube them? Yeah, you should. Should I bring them in the house? Yeah, you should. Should I get out the hair dryer? And yeah, yes, you should. Absolutely. During that process, you may actually be hesitant to separate the lamb from the ewe. However, if you're if you're just hypothermic, as an example, right? Bring it in, warm it up, give it a drink, and it'll probably get its strength back fairly quickly, 2 to 3, maybe 4 hours, and you're probably good to go ahead, depending on the conditions. But you're probably good to go ahead and reintroduce that lamb to the ewe. I would keep the ewe penned up the entire duration that she's not with her lamb. And then reintroduce them. But in the case where we've got this, where it's hypothermic and hypoglycemic, so I've got it warmed up, but because it's also, a little bit starved essentially, right? It's got no fat stores. And so the minute I put it back outside, it's got no way to regulate its body temperature. So even though I've got it warmed up now, 10 minutes outside, I'll have undone everything that I'd started to do. So you're better off to actually separate the lamb from the ewe, continue to bottle feed it or tube feed it. And that might be 2-3 days until that lamb gets its full strength back. And then you can reintroduce it back to its mother. So what you kind of have to do is, it's a little bit of a juggling act essentially, but maybe run the lamb out there once or twice a day, just to, keep the scent familiar, so to speak. Maybe bring the lamb out while you milk the mother, and then take it back in the house and keep it warm, keep a close eye on it. But really you don't want to return return the lamb to the ewe until it is strong enough to stand and walk on its own, and then basically go suckle on its own unassisted. So this thing at 8 o'clock this morning sucked by itself, and then at 12:30 today it sucked. Not super strong, but it sucked, right? So it was kind of promising. But anyway, needless to say, into the evening it actually started to kind of go backwards a little bit. So anyways, I got this bottle warmed up here, and we're gonna see if we can't get it to have another drink here before bedtime. You're all right, babe. Chin up. Well. It just kind of holds the nipple in its mouth. It's not really sucking, so. I have a feeling we're gonna have to tube it before bed here. It's taking a tiny little bit, but not really sucking. More just whatever is gravity feeding out of the bottle. Yeah, you're not digging that. You're kind of fighting it. Spilled milk all over my bingo pants too. Well, you got enough strength to stand up. Ever such a slight tail wag there. So that's promising. We're not there yet, but it is promising. Hey? Yeah, we're starting to turn in the right direction. But yeah, and there's definitely something in its stomach here, but it's not super full by any means. So I was just hoping for a top up before bed there. All right, so I did get it to drink about 60 mils, so not a ton, but it's up and standing. But you can see shivering still, right? So it's not cold in here by any means, right? But as I said, a newborn lamb, especially in it's a little bit hungry, right? It doesn't have any fat stores. It doesn't have anything to regulate its body temperature whatsoever. So we're gonna have to get it there naturally. So got the wife's hair dryer, and we're just gonna put her on low. And just cut the towel up like that. I'm gonna let it get warm in here. So I should mention too, this is, you know, hair dryers and pancake syrup and colostrum is not the only thing you can do for one of these too. So I did actually give it a shot of selenium too. So selenium deficiency in lambs will, of course, leads to white muscle disease, but there's kind of a known shortage of selenium. Hey, that's the first noise it's made all night. Known shortage of selenium in our part of the world, right? So there's always going to be that deficiency. So it never hurts to give them a little bit. And so give this little one just over half a cc. I think that's what it is half a cc per 10 pounds or something like that, give or take. And anyways, it seems to be doing okay. So, but I have to admit, if this works, this will also be the first one I brought back from the other side. So I'm fairly confident in the progress that I've seen so far tonight versus the ones that I've seen previous. But I just can't get complacent and think that I'm there. I gotta give it a few days, I think. Anyways, that's my cup of tea gone. The wife just called and she said she's having some car troubles, so I better go get the shop lights turned on and we can have a look at that. See what's going on there. So I'll let you go for now. Hope you have a fantastic evening. We'll see you tomorrow.